What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFeast.com, creator of the Outright Bar, and partner in the Ambrosia Collective. So we've done a video on how natural lifters should train. So I think the logical follow-up, how should people on steroids train? How should enhanced lifters train? Good question. The bottom line is, not much different. Let me explain. Steroids enhance. They don't create, they enhance. They supplement. They make 10%, 20%. They make a little bit of growth, a lot of growth. They blow past those barriers of like a natural lifter. If a natural lifter gains 1 to 2 pounds of muscle a year, wow. I've seen Olympian athletes literally go from 210 and grow to 240 on stage while getting leaner. Steroids are the great equalizer, man. They are the great, not even equalizers, they're the great potentiator. They make things bigger, better, stronger, faster. But what about the training? One thing steroids can do is make you stronger. Steroids like halotestin, anadrol, make people so strong. I've literally seen people out-strength their ligaments and tendons and pull muscles after never pulling muscle before. I've seen guys hit their 1 rep max on bench 3 days before a bodybuilding show at literally just not even acknowledgeable body fat levels on halotestin, which is an extremely potent steroid. Steroids work. So how should steroid users train? Well, my opinion is, I don't think they should train much more than the natural lifter. In fact, they might need to be careful because of their intensity. Let me explain. Dorian Yates taught us that more is not always better. That more intense, more focused, and more gritty training might be the best bet. Dorian trained 4 days a week for about 45 minutes. It was a hard, intense 45 minutes, but he focused on recovery. Now, if you read the internet, all these internet gurus are going in there saying, well, steroid users can just go curl light weights for days and make all the gains in the world. Natty lifters have to lift every day and muscle protein synthesis, yada, 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 yada. At the end of the day, I think most steroids are kind of different. So you can actually train with less volume because the extreme protein turnover, protein synthesis, the extreme stimulation of the muscle, all these processes going on in the body, the increased testosterone. You can actually train at a lower level and get equal to or greater than results of those natural training at the same level. However, you can also train more and harder as I preach to natural athletes. Being natural doesn't mean you can't train hard. It just means you really have to focus on training smart. Compound movements, hitting everything, making sure you do intensity sets here and there. Now, the one thing we share in common as enhanced athletes, I am on TRT, HRT, and natural athletes, as someone who has trained as a natural athlete till the age of 27, is we both are hindered by our central nervous system. I like when people say, man, when I'm on steroids, man, I can train 3, 4, 5 hours a day and just recover and do the same thing the next day. And they're either training like pussies or they're full of shit, or they have amazing genetics for recovery, like someone like a Kai Green. Kai Green, I've trained with him 2 days in a row, and there's no way I could keep up with that. And I've trained with Kurt Widener, who's a natural 2 days in a row, and there's no way I could keep up with that. Those guys are just genetically inclined to be able to train at such a high level and recover. Doug Miller's the same way. Whereas you got guys like Dorian or Pekulski or those guys who really have to focus on their volume, keeping it down and basically balancing out volume and intensity. I've always said you can have high volume, you can have high intensity, but you can't have both. You can have a high volume workout with some intensity or high intensity workout with some volume, but you can't have it all. If you take every volume set to failure, you will not be doing very well. Or you will be at your desk literally wondering where you are, looking at your computer screen blankly. Your brain will be literally dead. And you will have no cognitive balance in your brain. Your brain will be completely dead. Because your nervous system is shot. It's not overtraining. It's just, I believe, a strained nervous system. Your nervous system is like, hold on, bro. I got to fucking recover here. So I think we're all hindered by our natural ability to recover via our central nervous system. I'm not claiming overtraining at all. I'm not that guy. What I'm claiming is that we're all hindered by our genetics. Now, I'll tell you this. Another thing we're factoring in is age. Have you seen Dexter Jackson train? Now, throughout his career, he has been known for his hardcore workouts. He's not really that guy. He's not going to go in there and just fucking rip 700 pounds from the floor for 10 reps and then go superset it with squats. And that's why he's doing it at 50 years old, right? Because he's paid attention to that. I'll tell you what, when I was 25 years old and natural, I could literally squat one day, deadlift the next, come back and do power cleans the next day, and I'd be fine. I turned 40 this year. I was just talking, this guy messaged me on Twitter. He's like, man, I'm on HRT and I'm 45 years old and I'm just not recovering. Yeah, bro, you're 45. I know this guy. He eats good. He eats well. He's perfect. No, who the fuck is? But he eats well. He's just fucking 45. Father Time is undefeated. That motherfucker wins the battle every single time. I'll tell you this much. There's not one day that goes by that every fucking body part is sore. And I train literally like a bro. I do a bro split. I train muscle groups 1 to 2 times a week. I do a lot of heavy movements like squats. I'll do Romanian deadlifts right now. I'm not really doing straight deadlifts because I'm more focused on my hamstring hypertrophy than I am on overall power and core development. I'll do standing overhead press. I'll do chest press really heavy. But for the most part, I'm training pretty light, really focused, other than those main movements, focusing on volume. My recovery is, I'm doing everything. I have all the vitamins, supplements, and nutrients in the world. My diet, since I am doing a show in December, is 95% on point perfect. Hit my macros every day. Every day I do the sauna. Every day I do the steam room. At night I do the Marc Pro. I'm literally recovering all day. I go on walks throughout the day to get blood flowing, to get recovery. Yet not one day goes by where my lower back's not sore, my legs aren't sore, my shoulders aren't sore, my chest isn't sore. Every day I'm fucking sore. And that's just part of getting old. Now I can either cut down on the volume, on the intensity till I'm not sore, or I know I'm recovering. You know why? Nervous system affects everything, bro. Like, I know when I'm overreaching, when I'm overtraining, because I am brain fucking dead. I'll literally be sitting at my computer just staring at the screen like this. And I'll have to have like random naps throughout the day. I'll literally nap in my fucking car when I can if I'm overreaching. It is what it is. We're all fucking human. Marc, you're the machine. No, fuck that. I'm a fucking aging male dad, soccer dad, who's fucking trying his best to hold on to some semblance of athleticism and competition. That's me. Okay, so I'm human. So you're a drug bodybuilder. How should you train? Well, I mean, train like a natural athlete. Honestly, if you're using like Tony Huge, I already did a video on this. Oh, well, steroids make it so you don't have to work hard. Well, if they want to look like you, no offense, you look great, but you don't look like you're on a lot of drugs. I want to look like I'm on a fucking ton of drugs. People accuse me of being on Tren and all this shit every day. I'm on HRT fucking pussy dose because I train my ass off. Sure, if you want to take DNP, insulin, test, DECA, Tren, Anadrol, Halotestin, and fuck your insides, that's on you. I don't give a fuck what you do with your body as long as it doesn't affect me. I don't care if you inject something right in your dick. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't. People are like, well, Marc, why do you care? I'm like, I don't. I'm just giving advice. I'm trying to keep kids from making mistakes. Some mistakes I made when I was young. I took Trenbolone. Shit made me feel terrible. I don't want you doing that. What? I would have looked the same now as I'm 40. Do you think I really care about that fleeting moment I was harder on Trenbolone? No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I was at a soccer tournament with people my age 2 weeks ago. All weekend long, we hung out. People my age. Not once did they go, man, being on Trenbolone for fucking 2 weeks must have been fucking amazing. They don't give a fuck. All they want to know is what we're getting for lunch. People don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm so off topic. So steroid guys, how should you train? Training's training. Whether you want to do upper lower, whether you want to do bro split, whether you want to do a body part split, whether you want to do a push pull leg split, do what you enjoy. Me, I enjoy bro splits This morning I went in and trained arms. It felt so fucking good. It was my wife's off day. On her off day, I go train arms. I went first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. at Lifetime Fitness. Yes, Lifetime Fitness. I train there because I'm old. I go there. I did my 20 minutes of step mill, hit about 50 minutes of arms, went in the sauna, steam room, showered. I was ready to crush the day. And I'm on drugs. And guess what I did? I did high volume. Started out burning out with the rope curls, burning out with the tricep extensions. And arm day, I know that's a pussy day. Squat day, I just posted it the other day. I do a squat leg press superset. Love doing it. If you haven't seen that video, look it up. It was posted this week, man. So I do leg press to failure as much as I can do, and I go up every time. Then I do squats up to 315. It's a pretty cool superset. Chest day, I've started to pre-exhaust with flies because, again, my shoulder has been through some stuff. I've strained it a couple times. I've been training a long time. So I trained smart. I even saw Brandon Curry. He trains at my gym, Mr. Olympia. He trains at Carbon Culture. Before he does chest, he's sitting in there doing the flies. We have this great Arsenal strength fly machine. So we pre-exhausted. Then I go on, I do heavy dumbbell press. Do 4 to 6 sets, whatever it takes to get to the weight I want to go to. Then I'll do some kind of a machine press. Then I'll do some more pec deck. Then I'll do some crossovers. It's higher volume, but I'm still hitting it, and that's what works for me. Look, a lot of people really like the Dorian style, but you're still, again, you need to choose. Even Dorian, who I don't think anybody here is going to claim was natural in his heyday when he won 6 Mr. Olympias, said you need to choose. You do volume or you do intensity, but you can't have it both ways. That's where it's at. So, drug guys, I think it's pretty simple. Find a method you enjoy and try a bunch of different methods. But at the end of the day, you're not Superman. Unless you're genetically inclined to be Superman. You're what you are. Steroids might give you a little more strength. I'm not worried about muscular strength. In fact, I'd argue that most people watching this video are probably undertrained when it comes to their muscle. But that doesn't factor in your day. I travel a lot, 3 kids, a wife. We're in the process of a fucking 8-month process of moving. Like, we're literally living in a shitty apartment, waiting for our house to be built after moving from a different state. My wife and I are managing, 3 companies? How many companies got managed? 3?
We can't keep track, there's so many.
I think 5 companies daily. We're managing 5 to 6 companies as the co-CEOs. My wife and I just got in a fight because the bitch won't leave me alone. Trying to get work done, and she's worried about fucking meals for the Arnold. That's work. Like, we coordinate this. Like, motherfucker's gonna be hungry. That's my job. I gotta make sure my homies eat. Shit like that. Like, we just argued over it. And she hit me in the eye. Look what she did to my eye. Proof. Fucking abusive. Abusive, Katie. Me too. You gotta factor in your overall stress. Charles Staley, a great trainer. What the fuck? Is that it? No, that's...
I'm trying to clean the boys' room. There's no room.
So the bottom line is, got to factor in overstress. Charles Staley, before I was so rudely interrupted by my abusive wife, Charles Staley once said he would never recommend over, I think it was 12 sets of workout for somebody who has a full-time job, a wife, and kids. Charles Staley, look him up, dude. He's the real fucking deal. I have different goals. I'm willing to be a little bit fatigued during the day to see my goals through. But dude, like the last 2 nights, one night I trained my daughter. Next night I trained my son. I make sure to do all my workouts. I got God knows how many hours of work a day. And my wife and I are dealing with a new house, and we're not complaining. We're very blessed. Like, we've been very fortunate in life. Been very, 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 I hate to use this word because I'm agnostic, but I can't think of another word other than fortunate, but blessed. Y'all know what blessed means. Blessed means that we have a lot of cool shit that we worked our ass off for. This isn't socialism in action. This is capitalism in action. And we saw the system we had in front of us, and we worked our ass off. And that's why we're here right now. So if you're working your ass off, you know what? You got to cut down your volume, whether you're on drugs or not. Look, if you're overreaching, if you're doing too much, the drugs aren't going to help you. You're not going to make progress as you would if you balance that. So more is not always better, just like with drugs. I know this isn't the topic of this video, but if you're taking 500 milligrams of test and you're getting gains, that doesn't mean that if you take 2 grams of test, you're going to make more gains. It's just going to mean that your side effect ratio will be higher. Risk versus reward, dose versus reward, right? Like, dose and risk are related. The higher your dose, the higher your risk. It is what it is, dude. Hematocrit, all that shit. All that shit is related to your dose. Same with training. Just if you're getting gains with 45 minutes a day, which my workouts are usually 45 to 60 minutes, usually including cardio. If you're getting gains with that, that doesn't mean that if you train for 2 hours. So in that 45 minutes, instead of trying to increase the time, you might not have that time. What if you have a family? What if you have all that other shit? Maybe you can increase the intensity. Maybe you can increase the focus you put on the rep or the strain or the weight or the load. Time under tension. Look into that. So the bottom line is, as with the Natty video, drug guys, you got to train for you. Drugs help, but nothing works unless you do. And that's not a game. Let's talk about my coaching. Yes, I offer coaching. Diet, training, supplementation. I offer it all. My coaching, as you can find out about on marclobliner.com, covers everything. In fact, I believe I'm one of the only coaches or the only coach who offers and actually demands daily check-ins, because you need daily check-ins to get optimal results. Let me tell you this, if you're looking to get the body of your dreams, if you're looking to get healthier, if you're looking to get ready for a show, if you're trying to reverse diet, whatever it is, I have the experience and knowledge to help you reach your goals. To find out more about my coaching services, see www.marclobliner.com. The Outright Bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your Outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the Outright bar when and where you need it. Whoever you are, whatever you do, the Outright bar is perfect for you. Containing 14 to 20 grams of high quality protein, mainly from whey protein isolate. Containing healthy fats from peanut butter and carbohydrate from the superfood honey. The Outright bar is perfect no matter who you are. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look who I ran into in LA.
It's good to meet you. I've been watching your videos a long time. Tell me about this protein bar.
So it's the Outright bar, man. It's all natural ingredients, made with real food. None of that. You ever want to work out? You want just a little snack, a little bar before training, but you know the other bars might give you a gut bump.
Right.
This is something that doesn't have any prebiotic fiber, no glycerin, no sugar alcohols. It's whole, real food.
That is a tasty bar.
Really?
It's easy to eat. It's not too chewy. Normally eat something like this with a big ass glass of milk. That's good.
So it's like a
That's
cookie.
really good. It's not good.
If you want, we also have want to try the almond butter one while we're here?
Love to.
All right, so
That's
this
a badass
is
bar.
This is made with almond butter, Steve.
That's a winner too.
Really?
He's badass. Good protein bars. Where can people find these?
Well, they can find it at any retail stores. You can find it at tigerfitness.com.
Two badass protein bars. So they get two double middle fingers up from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line.